So here we are, spawning up in the top left-hand position of Heavy Rain as the pink Zerg player, representing Russian Universe of Warhammer, I believe is the clan name. It says on there. Yeah, it is. It is StakimaN, and his opponent down in the bottom right, the blue Zerg representing ETG, none other than Sad, who appears to be Eternal Gamers, is what ETG stands for. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. It is a pleasure to have you, as always. This is a best of one, and things are going pretty spiffingly early on, I would like to say, because we're not seeing anything too crazy. No temples yet. Overlords coming out for both players, and everything else. This is looking to be a fairly normal game, although that can change very quickly in ZvZ, because as I'm sure anyone who plays will know, the moment between everything just being drones and economy and certain impending death can be just a single inject cycle. And I've been playing quite a bit of ladder today. It's been a bit of a unusual experience for me, because I haven't played ladder consistently, more than the odd game or two here and there, for quite a while, with WCS and Christmas and New Year and everything. So it's been a good couple of months actually. I have a really busy time, and just casting takes up a lot of it. But out of the 5 games I've played so far, I've been cheesed in 4 of them. I won all of them bar 1, so that's pretty good times. But still, it reminds me of how cheesy the ladder can be, so I feel for everyone now. But no cheese going to be coming out in this map. Instead, we're seeing Sad open up with a hatchery first build, and StakimaN go pull into a hatch, or at least that's what he's trying to do. Unfortunately, Sad is busy chipping and eating away, blocking the hatch, but StakimaN able to now get it down, looking all pretty good. Now, to be honest, this is a fairly standard game as things stand, because we're seeing, at least our StakimaN, pull hatch gas as a very normal opening. Meanwhile, Sad, he's just busy going down hatch pull. So a nice little way to go there. This is, as I mentioned earlier, a best of 1. They're in the round of 128 of Go for SC2 Thursday. If they win this, they advance forward into round of 64. It's all best of 1 until the quarter-finals, and then it's best of 3 onwards until the end of the evening. What they're playing for is points. There's no prize money for this evening, but the more points you get, the top ranking players in terms of points throughout the month get into the monthly finals, and therefore get a chance to win 600 euros. So that's awfully good. The only way to directly go through is in Go for SC2 Monday. And basically, Go for SC2 Monday is the Premium Cup, where you have to be an ESL Premium member in order to get through there. And yeah, if you do that, you win 75 euros and also get an instant spot in the finals. Anyway, as this goes, we are just seeing some pretty normal times out of both of these two. The pause now restarted. The extractor up for StakimaN, so he's going to be getting his first gas through. For the moment, Sad is playing gasless, which may change. He doesn't need to rush it out. May go for 2 gases should he feel threatened, or should he feel that there's some kind of requirement in order to get that down. But for the most part, this is looking to be a very normal game. We should be getting into the mid-game fairly safely. Adding in an evolution chamber here from StakimaN. Now, there's one of 2 reasons you'll get down this evolution chamber. The first reason is you'll be getting down +1 carapace very, very early. That means that your Zergling heavy style, if that's what you want to go for, will take 2 Baneling hits to kill a Ling rather than just 1. The other option is to get down the +1 missile attack, and the benefit of that is if you're going into a heavy roach composition that's very common on the Korean ladder at the moment, that's going to be very beneficial for you, but it's a little bit later until it becomes effective, so keeping a close eye on what StakimaN is going to be doing there. Meanwhile, Sad, he's adding in 1 spine crawler, so being pretty defensive. StakimaN is going for the carapace upgrade. This carapace upgrade also helps if you do get a couple of roaches out, go for some kind of Ling roach play, because then obviously the roaches take a bit more of a beating up against a small host of Zerglings without obviously going down too fast. So, a couple of Lings are now coming out. Interestingly, this +1 carapace won't be too helpful, at least when it's initially done, as there aren't any Balings down on the field yet. The double gas just being taken now by Sad, and that double gas is just going to allow him to try and catch up in terms of getting Zergling speed down. by not getting any gas as of yet, Sad should be ahead in the drone count, but we're not actually seeing that. What's currently happening is that StakimaN, he's managed to get a good little lead there. Double evolution chambers are coming down from Sad. Usually this will be for the 1-1 missile attack upgrades, as opposed to the 1-1 melee attack. And the reason being is that 1-1 melee attack isn't that common in Zerg versus Zerg. You can use it and then go up into Ultralisks, but it's less common than 1-1 missile attack and getting some roaches and then going into either Roach Infester or Roach Hydra. We are getting the second evolution chamber now, being added on by StakimaN. Sad though, he's going to take the lead in securing up his lair tech. That's already on the way down for him. Otherwise, this is looking, as I said, a very balanced game at the moment. StakimaN slightly up in the drone count, but only by a small margin. Is going to be going to try and secure up his third base. It can be seen by Sad, who instantly reacts and comes over, confirms that the third hatch is being taken, and therefore is just going to have to try and match that if he wants to, or try and punish it by going for a bit more of pressure. The +1-1 missile attack upgrades coming down for both players. Of course, StakimaN is going to have quite a substantial upgrade lead due to having the armor upgrade. However, in Roach versus Roach, that armor upgrade doesn't actually make much of a substantial difference, but if it transitions into Roach Hydra, the carapace does significantly reduce the damage the Hydralisks do due to their low damage per hit but high attack speed. Roach is coming down, of course, for both players as well. Sad's is a little bit behind that of StakimaN. StakimaN's already got his Roach up and has begun his Roach speed upgrade. Obviously, even though his lair was later, he did have the Roach up sooner. And getting that Roach speed can be very potent if you are either the aggressor or defender and your opponent doesn't have Roach speed, because you're able to chase down their Roaches or back away from them and take some nice little trades. So +1-2 coming down from StakimaN here, 1-1 coming down at the moment from Sad, who's adding in 14 Roaches. So his aim at the moment is going to be trying to knock out this third, because he doesn't have a third of his own, nor is he attempting to take one. And as such, he knows that he's got to deal some damage as a result of that. StakimaN though, using a single Zergling to be able to see when a third base is attempted to be taken, is going to get a lot of very important information. Denies it for a little bit, going to be forcing that drone back. It becomes an extractor just to keep it alive. Will get cancelled as the Roaches come and clean that out, but now StakimaN should know what's coming down. He's going to have an upgrade lead. He is actually going to be hitting 1-1 as his opponent only has 1-0, as well as having that Roach speed upgrade. So this can be very potent. He knows that his opponent is limited in his economy, and since he hasn't been punished for this slightly earlier third base, StakimaN is ahead. He's also up by 10 workers, which in a ZvZ is very significant. So what we need to be keeping a close eye out for is what StakimaN attempts to do with these lings. He's going to get into the main base, start chipping away at the Queen, and Queens are a great target to prioritize, because if you take them down, it really hurts your opponent's production. It is going to get taken out. A couple of drones may die too, actually none getting killed there. I think the one previously was a scouting drone. And that leaves us really sitting with StakimaN up significantly in the drone count, but also with extra production due to his third hatch, as well as having extra production from the inject. But what Sad has is a nice little gap onto StakimaN's Roaches. A few of them getting caught out of position. Two go straight down. And never really want to be giving up Roaches if you can avoid it, but a better concave available for the pink Zerg. That's going to force a retreat out of Sad for the moment. And with the rock tower going down, StakimaN buys himself a bit more time. And that's actually quite a smart play, because with a better economy, he can afford to get more Roaches out. But in order to do that, he needs time. And so by taking the rocks, he gives himself that. And with a better economy, the longer this game goes on, theoretically, the better it's going to be for StakimaN. StakimaN also getting the +2 missile attack upgrade, so he's currently sitting at 1-2 up against 1-1 of his opponent. He's also ahead on the level 2 missile attacks by about 60 seconds, so a full in-game minute. A couple of rocks are going to get taken down now. This is going to allow StakimaN a quicker route in towards the third base of his opponent, and something that I have no doubt he's going to try and utilize, because the third base of Sad is still not up. It's in production, but he hasn't been mining from it. StakimaN currently up 50 to 37 Roaches. That is a massive lead, especially when we factor in the upgrades too. But interestingly, both players opting just for a very heavy roach style. In goes StakimaN. He's going to be fighting into a concave, but all of his roaches are still able to engage by clumping up onto them, so it's not too damaging. A couple at the back not getting into the fight, but superior numbers for StakimaN, superior upgrades, really helping him well in this fight. A queen is there with enough energy for a transfuse, although not utilizing it currently for Sad. And Sad, realizing he doesn't have enough units, says, GG, well played, dude. And StakimaN is going to advance forward into the round of 64.